Adolfo Vimbas TV so we Nogokpo for spokesperson Nufialagan assign so the attacks about Archbishop Charles Agyinasare so doing an interview with Wafaya. Moment short video we
breaking my neck.
Yes, if we have powers, or in particular, let me address myself.
Yeah.
If I have the powers, why would I call Agyinasare to come one-on-one? Well, you see, the issue one is about we Votarians and Nogokpo being our headquarters, and the press conference and everything that we did it at Nogokpo or in Nogokpo. Okay?
Yeah.
I know there are individuals who can shut Agyinasare up just like that, spiritually.
Okay.
People have called me from several places. They wanted to take their own action. But I've asked them to hold it on, not to do it for now. Because even if they do it on their own, at the end of the day, people might think it's Nogokpo that have taken their action. There are people. There are people who have called me from Benin. There are people who have called me from Togo. There are people who have called me from our own Volta region. Even there are people who have called me from the northern region.
Adolfo, with regard to Nogokpo and Archbishop Charles Agyinasare, it is far from dead. As Nufialagan Obioye spokesperson Emma the Nogokpo traditional area assigned so Abekasa during an interview with Wafaya. According to him, or say Nogokpo for intro Archbishop Charles Agyinasare. Now, Archbishop Charles Agyinasare is afraid of the people of Nogokpo. In Ebekaya, during our last video, you can find on Vimbas on YouTube, or challenge Archbishop Charles Agyinasare for a spiritual battle in the Volta region. With this, or say, we're receiving calls from people across Ghana, specifically Volta region, any northern region, Benin, any Togo, that they want to attack Archbishop Charles Agyinasare spiritually. Now, or no, Nufialagan and I intervene, say, they should hold on the attack for now. Otwas also explaining, say, he knows people who can finish Archbishop Charles Agyinasare spiritually, or no. And Kasachom said they shouldn't attack him because it will seem as if say Nogokpo for aye. On why Nogokpo for didn't take the issue into their own hand, or say the Paramount chief of the community, any Dufia, the chief of the Nogokpo traditional area had some back and forth issue, prevented them from summoning Archbishop Charles Agyinasare to their gods. Now, emphatically, Archbishop Charles Agyinasare lied to them. Video in full.
Let me ask you now. After the press conference, after the meeting, things have gone on almost 2 months now. Recently, we heard Agyinasare standing in front of his church members, telling them, as in a form of, how should I put this? Is it a testimony? Is it a miracle? Is it a jubilation? Is it a victory? Telling them that his name has been mentioned, libation has been poured on him. He was given 14 days to leave. But if you are serving the living God, you will be living after 60 days. I want you to let people know, was Agyinasare given 14 days to die, or was the 14 days ultimatum? Did you guys, or did Nogokpo did something that if it doesn't come within the 14 days or after the 14 days, he's going to die?
Well, thank you. In fact, myself, when that video came out, about 48 people sent it to me within an hour. So I watched the video and I was like, oh wow.
Vimbas.
What is it saying? Because one, we never said that we're gonna kill him after the 14 days. We never said that.
Okay.
The press conference that we did is there. We never mentioned that. That is one. Now, I remember someone saying that I said in my response to a question that if he doesn't come, we will see who control the cosmic knowledge system.
Yeah.
Yes, I said that. But honestly, looking at his recent video, it made me to realize or see that his behavior is just like a foot soldier, a political foot soldier. Let me put it that way, like a serial caller, a radio serial caller. You see, it shows fear and nothing else.
That of Agyinasare?
Yes, that is of Agyinasare. All that he's trying to do to his congregants, for them to believe that he is powerful, nothing has happened to him. Nobody, as I speak, nobody has summoned Agyinasare or any pastor to any shrine or any temple.
Any deity?
Or any deity.
Okay.
Nobody.
Okay.
Have done that.
Nogokpo have not summoned
Never. We have never, Nogokpo have never, or the temple in Nogokpo have never summoned Agyinasare, or nothing have been done there. Neither any temple, nothing of that sort have been done as we speak. So, if he's truly a man of God, he shouldn't have lied to his congregants that we gave him a 14 days to live, and now it's 60th day on, and he was showing that kind of tortoise dance or catwalk to his members. You know, that is a characteristics of a pharaoh. That is all. We've not done anything as we speak, because one, there have been some kind of interaction. The Paramount chief that said he had disassociated himself from the press conference that we did also came out to meet the Peace Council on the Agyinasare issues. So the question is that somebody who claims to have disassociated himself from the Agyinasare issue, why would he receive the Peace Council? The question is, for what? To discuss what? Because already he said he has disassociated himself from the press conference. And you know the funny aspect. He also gave, I learned he also gave 7 days ultimatum to Agyinasare. So, what is the difference from what we did, and by giving Agyinasare 14 days ultimatum, and what he also came to do, or I wouldn't say came, what he came to stage? For me, what the Paramount chief did was a stagemanship. You know, excuse me to say, to fool those who don't understand what is happening. And if he doesn't come, you will hear from their lawyers and blah blah. Has their lawyers served him? No. What has happened? No, nothing. So this should tell you that a lot of people, or some people, have been compromised.
Vimbas.
Okay.
A lot of people have been compromised.
Wow.
I'm using English language. No, I'm not an English man, but I'm using
this issue is
English language.
Actually
so
interesting.
You understand? If you claim you disassociate yourself from what we did, then you have no business receiving anybody. If something, refer the people to the committee. But could you believe that even when the Peace Council came, members of the committee that did the press conference, including myself, were never invited?
Wow.
Oh, yes. What are they hiding? What is being... So, my brother, that is what has transpired. And you see, if you are very observant, or if people are very observant, immediately after our press conference, within that 7 days, plus, Agyinasare was not talking. He was not doing this kind of video. He was gripped with fear. And that is the truth.
Right.
He was quiet. But at a point when he realized that, no, maybe he has,
Things have been put in place.
yes. So now he started, showing, speaking and talking this thing. Well, and again, I've heard from a different quarters that if we claim, at the last live video that I did on the Agyinasare issue, and there are some issues that are pop up out of it. Someone is saying that, yes, if we have powers.
That question is even breaking my neck.
Yes, if we have powers, or in particular, let me address myself.
Yeah.
If I have the powers, why would I call Agyinasare to come one-on-one? Well, you see, the issue, one, is about we Votarians and Nogokpo being our headquarters, and the press conference and everything that we did it at Nogokpo or in Nogokpo. Okay?
Yeah.
I know there are individuals who can shut Agyinasare up just like that, spiritually.
Okay.
People have called me from several places. They wanted to take their own action. But I've asked them to hold it on, not to do it for now. Because even if they do it on their own, at the end of the day, people might think it's Nogokpo that have taken their action. There are people. There are people who have called me from Benin. There are people who have called me from Togo. There are people who have called me from our own Volta region. Even there are people who have called me from the northern region on the same issue.
Okay.
That I should give them the go-ahead to do whatever they have to do. But if any individual should take an action, people might think it was Nogokpo or the god of thunder or that have done something, or it is the people of Nogokpo who have done something to him. That is why I asked them not to do anything.
So, sir, I want to ask this.
Yes.
Somebody just tarnish your image. You've done nothing to the person. You peacefully invite the person to come for you to settle the issue. The person is arrogantly refusing to come. What is preventing you to prove to the world, prove to Ghanaians that honestly what this person is saying is not that, and as to what he's saying or accusing us wrongly, this is a punishment that we have sent for him, for people to know that what he's saying is wrong? What is preventing Nogokpo from taking that action? Because you have invited him to come for peace to be prevailed. He has refused to come. The deity or the Nogokpo is also, let me say, owned by, or let me say, has a deity. That deity is the reason why that Nogokpo name is popular. And I think that deity is why that man can stand somewhere and say the town is demonic. And the deity is also not demonic. You are tarnishing our image. What is preventing Nogokpo leaders from then telling the deity that, okay, Togmio, Amachao,
well, my brother, let me answer this question straightforward. There's no way beating around the bush. That could easily be done.
So what is preventing? We want to see something. People are, people don't want to see something. We want to see something. They'll be calling my line. I'm
yes, my brother. This, a lot of things can be done. We could have taken action. And the person or the right person who's supposed to take that action or give the go-ahead to take that action is the Dufia. Because the Togbi Saba has the right, not the Paramount chief.
Yeah, the Dufia of Nogokpo.
The Dufia of Nogokpo have the right.
Okay.
And he would have done that.
Okay.
But do you know what happened?
No.
My people, I'm not going to miss words here.
Tell us.
The Paramount chief summoned him to a council meeting for the action he took for the press conference and what he intended to do. They summoned him. And you know what happened? In our language, we say oplese.
Okay.
They tried to gag him and even asked him to bring how many? I think 5 or 3 rams for committing no crime, for a chief defending his own town.
Hey.
So it's like they tried to tie his hand at his back.
Okay.
That is what they did to the Dufia
Of Nogokpo.
of Nogokpo.
The traditional council.
Yes, the Soma traditional council, headed by the Paramount chief. What happened? What crime has he committed? His community is being tarnished. The image of his community is being tarnished. And this man stood up to do what is right. And all of a sudden, the Paramount chief sees something wrong with that. Someone who claimed to have disassociated himself from the press conference that he did. And now find him about 5 rams among drinks. But then, unfortunately, the Fiato was not in town. He had traveled outside Ghana when all these things was going on. So fortunately, the Fiato came. Immediately after they find the man, the Fiato stood in and said, no, his chief have not done anything wrong. And he's not going to pay anything. Call them, ask them whether they quash those sentences they gave. They did.
Vimbas.
Yeah, man pass man. You understand? So
Adolfo Nufialagan, spokesperson of the Nogokpo traditional area, and HSMOT Omonka on this particular issue. As it stands now, part 2 of this video or higher de Bremo, HSO so Ekasaye, Edifa, Archbishop Agyinasare, and some bribes are a course. So this particular video Bremo on Vimbas on YouTube. For adventure, a comment section. Once again, unyan subscribe here and my YouTube channel. Yes, let's go YouTube na a search for Vimbas. Na subscribe and my YouTube channel. Yada CP.
Vimbas TV.